Back in the beginning, I would get so overwhelmed and I would get so frustrated. When those kind of things would happen, I would go into the washroom, I would sit on a 5-gallon bucket and I would cry because I didn't know what to do. I was so overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to turn to. I didn't know who to ask for help. I was believing in inabilities that I had, and that feeling of, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this, and how am I ever going to learn? And and I'm thinking, I have a family, and I've got Clark out there, I remember when we weren't charging enough, we weren't making enough. My average was ridiculously low, and so I had him working every day of the week, back to back. And of course, people were coming like crazy because we hardly charged anything. We were cheap, but we were good. I didn't even know. But now I'm sitting in the washroom and I'm thinking, we can't keep going like this. I can't push Clark out there every day, knowing we're not making any money, or not knowing where's the money going. If we have all this business, why don't we have any money? We didn't go anywhere. We didn't do anything. We didn't take the kids anywhere. You start telling yourself, you're not good at this. A little Satan dancing on your head saying, you'll never make it. Your kids are gonna not be able to go to college. You're not gonna have anything because you're no good at what you do. You should quit what you do and go get a real job. And you just start drifting into this spiral of denial of who you are and what you can do. Anybody who's ever been there, and I'm afraid there's far too many people out there who know that feeling of, what am I doing? Who am I trying to be here? But yet you have this desire that I believe God put there to help other people feel good about how they look, or how their family is, or that they're doing a good job, and that their kids love them, and you have that desire to be that person. And I guess in reality that's why I do classes like what we're doing at Sync, because I want to help other photographers who have felt like I have felt. There's so much more out there. We just need a little more information. We need a little more encouragement, because there's a whole lot more, in everybody out there than what they feel. When I started to realize that instead of wanting to go and cry, that I became stronger, because I was like, I can do this. It was at that point, I think, that I really realized, you know what, we're gonna make it. We're gonna be fine, because I choose to be. And because I will keep fighting and keep learning and keep pressing to learn the things that I don't know, so that I can be all that I know God created me to be. He didn't create me to go cry in the washroom. And once I realized that I had a whole lot more in me than what I'd been showing, I knew we were gonna make it. We're so excited about the jumpstart that we're going to do at Sync, and I'm going to tell you in a little minute about the bonuses that we are offering. But first, let me just give you a little rundown of some of the stuff we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the marketing and how, back in the day we did a lot of hope marketing. We don't have to do that anymore. There are marketing we could do that's going to give us a predictable result. The second thing we're going to talk about is, how do we organize? How do we create systems? How do we run our business without our business running over us? We're going to talk about that. Third, and probably my favorite, is sales. And I want to help you understand that sales is about talking about emotion and get it in not so much pricing, but helping your client fall in love with their family or their senior or their child all over again in your showroom. Okay, we're also going to talk about what do top photographers do to help stand out. There's a lot of us in this industry, and I know some feel like, oh, there's so much competition. But what can you do to really stand out, in your community? We're also going to talk about the distinguishing characteristics of $1 million studio. And I don't really mean $1 million studio as in, the money or even the size of your studio, but the way you think. Because when I started to change my thinking, everything changed. And those are things we're going to talk about with you too. Okay, now we're going to talk about the bonuses, and these are awesome. Number one, we have t-shirts. They are awesome. We're getting them printed right now, and they are going to be amazing. And you don't get one unless you're in the class. Not only that, now this is an audit. It's a little notebook that we've created to go through that asks questions, and our business coach helped us with this, and it was amazing. It helps you realize exactly where you are and where you need to be. You'll get one of those, and we'll even go through it with you. All right, third one is, now this is amazing because we have a really cool hotel suite, and we're inviting all of you to our suite, and we're going to have a party, and everybody can come, but only if you're in our class. So, okay, we're also doing 2 different drawings where you can sit down and have either lunch or dinner with the Martens, and our business coach, David Hilton, is kind of a mentoring session. The last thing, and this is the most awesome, is we are doing a drawing for 2 people. We're going to pay for you to fly to Montana and stay in a hotel and be here in our studio. We'll take care of the food. We're even going to take you out to our country home and wine and dine you out there. But it's a chance for you to see how we work, how we flow, what our daily life is like, and to ask us questions and really get the ins and outs of a well-working studio. So that in itself is spectacular, and that for those people in the class, we're going to make that drawing. When you add all of this up, the total value is $7,969, and all of that for $129 to go to the class and support Sync. We want to speak into your life. We want to help you create the life, create the success that you want, and all of these bonuses are part of it. But more importantly, we want to get to know you. We want to help you be everything that we know that you can be. So come on, let's have fun.